you've got your intention and you've written it down. It's really important to write things down. There's some magic in writing. I do a lot of writing sessions and retreats, and you can do those as well. So you have your intention. So now we're going to talk about the difference between before you had that intention and after you had that intention. And we need to make that very clear because it is part of what Joseph Campbell on the heroes, or in our case, possibly yours also, heroine's journey, would be considered the call. And how the heroine or hero deals with that call depends on where they are with the intention. And lo and behold, the very idea of story, which is a massive construct for the brain that allows it to immerse itself in the nonlinear. The moment we hear story, the brain clicks into a different position. Isn't that incredible? Neurologically, we're set up for it, since, probably, the old analogy with the cavemen sitting around, making their sounds and sharing their information. It is really a potent thing that's in our DNA. So you have your intention, and when we were talking maybe in the first video or right before you got your intention in the second video, there's just this woman standing here talking to you under the auspices of this broad topic, the alchemy of sexual healing. It's like, wow, what is this? Okay, now we've made it your story. I have my story, and I will be extremely transparent with that, trigger alert. But I will also be doing that so that in my transparency, it will allow you to just transfigure me into just a storyteller that allows your storytelling apparatus to kick in, and more importantly, you're telling your story to yourself. There's a part of us that knows everything that ever happened, and I believed that before I could actually experience it or prove it, and that's what got me through suicidal ideations, sex addiction that came from the incest, and all the components of my sexuality that were rewired in a way that supported the culture that had created that environment of incest instead of me as an individual, as a kid. So you've got your intention, and before you had it, here you were, you're watching these videos, and you were, maybe you knew this, maybe you didn't, you were starting a voyage. You were voyaging into the unknown. You were exploring something that caught your attention and you thought you'd check it out. Well, a voyage is great. They're wonderful, and there are lots of stories and movies around voyages, but voyages are pretty undirected. We're just going on an adventure. We're going to explore. And I'll tell you about how my voyage changed in just a minute. The moment, though, that you or I know something specific about what we're doing and why we're here, we are on a quest. The quest, just as it sounds, has an object that we're headed toward. It's like, the Holy Grail and that sort of thing. We know where we're going. We might start out like Alice in Wonderland, just like a daisical, and falling into holes and all kinds of things. But then eventually, like in The Wizard of Oz, we begin to understand that there's a place, there's something we're going toward. Like, Dorothy decides she's going on this quest to find the wizard, and then she knows she wants to go home. And there's so much symbology in that. We will decide what home means for you, in other words, and you will be on your quest. So we'll go into that next.